People often think human development ends at birth, but modern science shows something very different. Human development is a single continuous program made of two parts: gestation inside the womb and exterogestation outside the womb. Anthropology, neonatology, and evolutionary biology all treat these two phases as one combined developmental period. And the Qur'an is the first text in history to explicitly frame pregnancy and breastfeeding as a single combined unit of time. That alone is striking because science only recognized this combined developmental window in the last century. Anthropologists describe humans as having secondary altriciality. In simple language, we are born far earlier in our developmental timeline than other primates. A newborn human is closer to a fetus than to a chimp newborn. It's neurologically unfinished, motor incomplete, sensory raw. This early birth is driven by what researchers call the obstetrical dilemma. Our huge human brain must pass through our narrow human pelvis. We cannot finish development inside, so a large part of fetal development is shifted to the outside world. The first year of life is basically a continuation of gestation. This is why scientists call it exterogestation. When you combine gestation and exterogestation, the total developmental period lands consistently around 21 to 24 months, 9 months internal and roughly 12 to 15 external. This is the real full timeline the human infant needs to reach a level of neurological and physical maturity comparable to what other primates reach before birth. And here's where the Quran's formulation becomes scientifically interesting. The Quran states that gestation and weaning combined is 30 months in Surah Al-Aqaf, verse 15. It also specifies in Surah Luqman, verse 14, that weaning occurs in 2 years. Do the math: 6 months minimum gestation plus 24 months nursing equals 30 months total. One unified developmental window presented 14 centuries before science had language for it. What makes this even more remarkable is that the World Health Organization today recommends exactly what the Quran specified 1400 years ago: 2 years of breastfeeding. The WHO states that infants should be exclusively breastfed for 6 months, then continue breastfeeding along with complementary foods up to 2 years of age or beyond. This recommendation is based on extensive research showing that 2 years provides optimal immune development, nutrition, and developmental support during this extended dependency period. Premature infants make the integrated nature of this developmental system even clearer. A baby born at 6 months doesn't skip development. It simply transfers more of it to the exterogestation phase. It needs more feeding, more physiological support, more neurological catch-up. A full-term baby needs less, but both are following the same total developmental program. Gestation shrinks or expands, exterogestation compensates, and the total load remains nearly fixed. The benefits of completing this full developmental window are well documented. Extended breastfeeding provides continued antibodies, reduces infection rates, supports brain development, and supplies a nutritional profile specifically suited for human infants during exterogestation. Studies consistently show that children who receive longer breastfeeding have fewer infections, better immune responses, and modest but measurable cognitive benefits. While a newborn horse can walk within hours and a chimp infant can cling to its mother immediately, human infants remain helpless for months. This isn't a flaw, it's the cost of having massive brains and complex cognitive abilities. The exterogestation period allows rapid brain growth in an environment where the skull is no longer constrained by the birth canal. Modern research in evolutionary anthropology, developmental biology, and neonatology all confirm the same picture. Human development isn't split into two unrelated phases. It's one integrated program that spans from conception through the end of weaning. The 30-month combined period the Quran describes captures the full biological reality of human early development exceptionally well. The Quran's description of a combined period for gestation and breastfeeding is historically unprecedented, and it matches both the structure that modern science recognizes and the timeline recommended by today's global health authorities. The Quran presented pregnancy and breastfeeding as one unified equation totaling 30 months. Modern anthropology identifies a similar combined internal-external developmental window, and the WHO's independent recommendation for 2 years of breastfeeding aligns with the same time frame discovered through scientific study. This, my friends, is why we love Islam.